So, day 2 on the Camino, I had just stopped in Portomarin and spent the night there, and I got up and I got adopted by another Canadian couple. It was so cute. I was just eating breakfast at my hostel or pension, and they were like, "Oh, you speak English, blah blah blah." They're like, "Come sit with us." It was adorable. I love Canadians. Can I just shout that out? I love Canadians, and they're so nice. They're the nicest people. So yeah, I started my day off. I got up at like 7:15. I left at like 8 o'clock, and I started off fast. I was like, pew! I was like, "See ya, suckers," because there was more people out, and yeah, I started off really fast, and it ended up being uphill for a good hefty part of the day. I was like, "What the heck?" So I like stopped and had breakfast and got a stamp. I was like, I must have stamps because it's like this huge thing. It's like this big piece of paper that they give you. Here it is. I'm not going to open up until the end because you have to see it. But I was like, I just want to have this full because I really want to be able to document where I went and I want to be able to frame it. And like, if I just get 8 stamps, that's lame. So yeah, so then I stopped there. I have my notes out because every day is like a blur. And yeah, I went and I had like a empanada gallega because we were in Galicia, and they actually have their own like language. They all speak Spanish, but they also have their own language called Gallego, and it's kind of strange. And I can't understand what they're saying, but hey, it's cool. So yeah, I ended my night or my day in Palos de Rey, which it was like 26 or 27 kilometers in, and I got there at like 3:30. I was like, this is really nice. This is much better than getting there at 8 o'clock. So my guidebook that I bought at the Catholic bookstore recommended or had a list of albergues. So I stopped in this place, Maison de Benito, and the owner was so nice. He was like, "Oh, you're alone. You're so brave." And he told me something that I don't think I'll ever forget. But he was like, "It's better to be alone than to be with bad company." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you are so right. I would so much rather be alone than to be with people that make me miserable." And plus, like, if you're into faith and all that, like I am, if you have God, you're never alone anyways. So that was kind of like something stuck with me for the rest of the Camino. Anyways, so I was like showered and laying in my bed by like 4:30. I was like so excited because I was like sweaty. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be. It was pretty like physically taxing. So yeah, it was much better, and I did some laundry because I tried to do some laundry in the bathtub the night before, and it failed. It's so humid, and it rains every afternoon up north that nothing dries. Like I said, completely opposite here. So I like took a nap and then I got up and I like explored. I went to the church. I went and I bought a pocket knife and it's awesome. I can't find it because for some reason I decided to hide everything from myself. And yeah, it's awesome because it has a fork that folds out of the top. I was like, this is amazing. And I got complimented on my Spanish by the guy there. So he's my favorite in Palos de Rey. So I did that, and then I bought cheese, I bought some sausage because I was like, I'm gonna pull the cool. I have cheese and sausage in my backpack to feed myself thing. Then I proceeded to go back to the albergue where they have these things called pilgrims menus, which it's like a set price, and you pick a first course, a second course, a dessert, and then a drink or whatever. So I proceeded to have the best meal I had in weeks. It was amazing. I had like lentil soup because I was like, this reminds me of my host mom. She makes lentil soup all the time. Then I had like some kind of meat. It's called like rasu or something like that. And it was like, it's really good meat over homemade potato chips. And then I had like this like typical pie cake kind of thing. And it was so good. And the best part is they asked me what I wanted to drink. And everyone else was getting like orange juice or like water. I was like, well, I'll just have some wine. Why not? Yeah, instead of getting a glass of wine, I got an entire bottle of local red wine. And let me just tell you, it was delicious. I drank that stuff like water. I drank like half a bottle and I was like, I'm pretty good. You know? But because, like, I had a whole bottle, I didn't want to just, like, have, like, one glass and then leave, like, the whole thing full. That's, like, a sin, especially when it was so good. So I'm, like, sitting there by myself, you know, watching TV, like, eating, and the owner of the albergue walks up, picks up my wine glass, or wine bottle. I thought he was gonna take it away, and I was like, okay. Uncorks it, pours me a huge glass, almost to the rim, and it's like, this will help you sleep better. And I was like, I thought I was gonna sleep better before, but thanks. So, so yeah, I did that, and I drank the rest of that. It took me a while because I was like, but and then I gave the rest to a table of like an Irish person, a lady from Colombia, the country, and some other girl from America. And not, I say girl, all these people are older than me. There's not that many young people doing the Camino, and I was like, so I made like little friends, and I went to bed at like 10:30, and I like passed out. I woke up a couple times during the night because I was kind of dehydrated from all the wine I drank. But apart from that, you know, it was like really nice. It was really nice and clean, and yeah, it was a much better day, much more restful, and I just had a great experience at that albergue. So if you're ever in Palos de Rey, which I don't know why you would be unless you're doing the Camino, you should go there because it's great.